Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is Sir Camelock, my Xtreme one-chunk ironman. Our most recent chunk rolled was the Witchhaven dungeon, where I was tasked with getting a 1 in 32,000 smouldering stone from a hellhound. I set out on a quest to obtain a steel axe from an ice giant and telegrab it to unlock woodcutting within my chunks. I did this while lamping crafting all the way to level 10 for bowstrings. This then enabled fletching training for a magic shortbow to kill hellhounds with, but unfortunately by unlocking woodcutting it also enabled 2 more huge grinds. The 99 firemaking and the 99 fletching skill capes are purchasable in my chunks that were backlogged until I had a way to train those skills, aka an axe. They now need to be obtained before I can move on to another chunk, all because I wanted to kill hellhounds with a weapon better than an oak shortbow.
Let's roll.
Alright, let's get stuck into using this lovely axe. This steel axe took me way too long to obtain, so I'm very excited to start using it to chop down some normal trees, obviously to get to level 15 fletching. I'm gonna chop normal trees and then fletch the logs into arrow shafts and then make headless arrows, as I actually have access to feathers in my chunk in Witchhaven as well, which is absolutely amazing, especially because that allows me to do arrows to train fletching in general. Level 10 woodcutting coming in, let's go. Before we get too stuck into the woodcutting and fletching grind, I want to talk about the bow upgrade. So the oak shortbow would take about 90 seconds to kill a hellhound with my current level, but upgrading that to a magic shortbow will then take it down to 60 seconds a kill. This makes it 33% faster than the oak shortbow, which is a very considerable amount of time when you gotta think that I'm doing 32,000 kills. So we break this down, this saves 12 days if I was to go those 32,000 kills and get it on drop rate. Obviously if I get spooned it'll be less than that, if I get unlucky then it'll be more than that. Getting the steel axe then adds 30 days of grinding for the 99 capes, the fletching and the firemaking. This then does mean that it's 18 more days in this chunk that I'm going to spend by getting that axe and obviously working towards this magic shortbow. But in addition to me spending more time in the chunk, it's easier for me to kill hellhounds and my sanity, and then also I get 3 extra 99s achieved in that extra 18 days. I'll have firemaking, fletching and woodcutting when I leave the chunk, and probably range as well. This means instead of leaving this chunk with 199, I'll be leaving it with 4, which honestly feels like it's worth that extra 18 days spent in the chunk, because obviously I'm saving 12 days on those cape grinds in the future, which I would have to do if I rolled something like, you know, Sears Village or something anyway. So yeah, overall I'm very happy with obtaining the steel axe, and I don't regret it whatsoever. As the skill capes are backlogged, I'd have to get them soon enough anyway, and why not get them when I'm saving the most amount of time, right? Thank you so much for the support on this series so far, and thanks to your amazing support, we've got our first sponsor of this series, so huge thank you to boot.dev for sponsoring this video. The folks at boot.dev believe the smartest way to learn code is to make sure you're never bored. Boot.dev is online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. The way that they do this is they give you a leveling system and quests to complete with a giant quest board of missions to complete so that you're doing it in a fun way, and it feels like, you know, playing something like RuneScape. You're doing activities and you're getting better every single time you're doing it. We all love the whole number go up, so this is right up my alley. Not to mention that back-end developers can earn on average $165,000, which is definitely not a small sum of money. And boot.dev will help you learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. The platform is designed to get you writing a ton of code, because getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the only way to really learn. You will start off with easy exercises and slowly work your way up to those hard exercises of back-end development coding. And whenever you do get stuck, especially on those easy exercises, there's a solution button that goes into detail on how to actually solve those, and it does it in a very clear and concise way. Not everyone has the means to pay for membership, so there is a demo mode, and all of their content is free to read and watch in guest mode. The paid membership just unlocks the interactivity and the game that goes along with it. And when it comes down to paying for your membership, they never want a student feeling like they spent money on something that isn't helping them, so they offer a 30-day no question asked refund policy, and the free demo part is on every single course and its interactive features. You can click the link in the description box and use my code Maikeru to get 25% off your first payment for boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on the subscription that you choose. Thank you so much for boot.dev for sponsoring this video and being the first on my series. I very much appreciate it, and let's get back to the video. There it is, the cheeky knife from the general store. I can also buy a tinderbox from here as well, and that allows me to fletch and firemake. The starting fletch and Xtreme from arrow shafts is so slow, dude. But making headless arrows is actually really good, so it'll be fine. It'll even out, but there's level 2 fletching. One of many, many levels. 15 woodcutting, I can now cut oak trees, although I do have to do a little bit more normal trees so I can get my fletching on par. So this is the shop in good old Witch Haven that will sell me the feathers. It is a fishing shop right here. I don't know whether many people have ever really used this fishing shop, but I will be using it a lot. The main thing that I actually care about in this store is those feather packs, and I'm going to buy a small amount each time and have it restocked so I don't spend all of my money. What I've been doing is I've just been buying 5 packs of the feathers and then opening them up and just making my headless arrows. Once I've made 5 to 10 headless arrows, I then just open up the shop again and buy some more packs. That way I'm buying them for as cheaply as I can without making it get too expensive by buying too many, because the more you buy and the less the stock in the store goes, the more it costs you. There it is, 15 fletching. I can now make oak logs into arrow shafts as well. I have 18,000 feathers, so I'm going to see how far that gets me, making oak logs into arrow shafts and then doing 18,000 of them. What I'll be doing a lot is spawning forestry events with my ironman. If I spawn them with him, I can then still have a chance of getting a fox whistle as long as I was there with the event spawning, or, the golden egg, etc. And because I'm going for 99 firemaking and fletching, I'm going to get 99 woodcutting. It would be kind of silly if I didn't participate in those events and try and get those cloggers, so if I roll Sears next, then I've already completed it type thing. My first ever bird's nest on the account, and I got an apple tree seed. I can actually plant that. Okay. We got our first forestry event, and it is a fox event. This one's going to be amazing. I need to do as many of these as I can, because that fox whistle clog is really, really rare on the forestry log. One downside, though, is while doing this event, I'm getting half of my level in XP per trap I disarm in Hunter. This means if I go dry on the fox whistle, I could be looking at a Puro grind, which could be quite a long grind. It's about 300 hours, but it's also a grind that has made other chunkers really not enjoy their life, and it seems like it's pretty taxing on the mental. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I'm going to think it over while grinding, and we'll see where I land on the Puro. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm not going to be doing it. If I get 17 Hunter, I'll do the Puro grind, obviously. It's just, do I do the Fox event, or do I not? I'm going to have a long, hard think, and I'll get back to you guys. Bro, I got another mithril scimitar from a mystery box. What the heck? That really wasn't that many more mystery boxes after the last one. That's crazy. My first ever fruit tree planted right there. An apple tree. Ooh, getting some extra XP now. There is level 40 woodcutting. It's going pretty fast. I'm liking this. 40 fletching as well. Again, not too bad. Fletching is a lot slower than woodcutting, but I think making arrows will be my saving grace, and it will be a lot closer between fletching and woodcutting because of the ability of making arrows. I did a little tiny bit of fire making with normal logs just because I kind of wanted to get 15, so then I can fire make oaks. I don't think I'll be doing any fire making at all though, because I'm going to wait until I could potentially get a better axe in the future. What if I get a hard glue from Hellhounds, and then that hard glue gives me a rune axe, and I've already got a bunch of fire making levels as well. Kind of just throwing, right? Might as well do that last. Another Fox event, and I'm now at 12 Hunter XP. That means in 2 events I've gained like 15% of a level. Definitely going to be leveling up Hunter pretty quickly, and that's kind of scary, but at the same time, is it? Maybe Pro is worth it. This event I really don't care about, but I did get sturdy beehive parts, which is a collection log slot, so nice, that's one thing in the forestry log. The only thing I do on this event on Sir Camelock is I go ahead and add 1 log, and then on my Ironman I add all of the logs, which gives me, you know, a couple of completions and a bit more woodcutting XP, which is quite nice, but again, I don't really care about wasting my logs here. It's not worth the XP. I'd rather keep the logs for fletching. The first ever fruit tree, 1200 XP, and it's an apple tree, which is super low levels, so this fruit tree patch is going to be so good now that I have Bird's Nest giving me seeds. One thing in the comments section from the previous video that I completely overlooked was that the charter store sells swamp paste. So I bought the swamp paste, went to Holgart, gave him the swamp paste so he could repair his ship, and now I'm ready to set sail to the fishing platform, but I need to roll that chunk first. So I have that as a rollable chunk. If I get that rolled, I can do the sea slug quest. That's kind of fun. Thank you for the comment, and thank you for all of the support as always. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the feedback and, you know, all of the awesome kind words and wishes. So yeah, thank you. There is the cheeky 5-0 woodcutting. Damn, I just finished the pollinating forestry event where you go between bushes. I got 3 orange tree seeds. That's huge. A mystery box, what's it going to give me? A cheeky 20 nature runes. Okay, that's actually really good. 50 fletching coming in as well to match my woodcutting. I can now make maple shortbows. I don't have any maple trees. I think that's like the only tree of significance that I don't have in my chunk. This event is probably one of my favorites because, again, the side product XP is really nice, and this one gives farming XP. Honestly, it's going to be really, really hard to get 85 farming before completing everything else in my chunk, and I don't really want to be time-gated in farming, so stuff like this is super beneficial. It gives me a bunch of farming XP by just continuously, like, you know, nurturing the new baby tree, and it definitely adds up. It's quite nice. Speaking of farming, there's 53 coming in with my fruit tree patch. Ooh, I just got a pineapple seed from a bird's nest. That is literally the best fruit tree I can grow right now. Honestly, my woodcutting experience an hour isn't even that bad. I'm getting 25k an hour right now over the last 4 hours, so we take those, honestly. My new best fruit tree seed from a bird's nest. I can't even plant this one yet. I got a papaya tree seed. That's good for the future. Oh, I got a maze. I'm still going to be doing the chest in the mazes as the air runes are still useful to the account. Okay, so I hopped to a free-to-play world and there was no chest anywhere near me. So one cool thing you can do is you can hop world again to get a different layout. So I just hopped to another free-to-play world to find a better layout. And there really wasn't one in the next hop either, so I just hopped one more time. And I found that ideal layout with a chest super close to me. And then I went and looted that chest over and over and over again. And now I have 229 air runes. Very, very nice. Got an emerald ring from a bird's nest. There is the chance of me getting a diamond ring from a bird's nest. And if and when that happens, I will actually have to get 57 magic as my chunk goal instead of 55 for high alch, because 57 would allow me to enchant a diamond ring, which then would be the highest processing skill in my chunk. Cheeky XP lamp put into Slayer gives me level 8. Not too bad. Dude, I just got a spirit seed? That is actually mental. I'm pretty sure that is insanely rare from a bird's nest. Let's go. This pineapple plant is ready to be checked, and it... Oh, 4.6k XP given, dude. That is very satisfying. What I have been doing for my fruit trees is paying to protect them. For example, to protect this curry tree, I went and hopped for a bunch of bananas in the charter ship, put them into baskets, which I can get from the farming store just right next to my farming patch. Then I can use 5 of those to protect this curry tree. But then I can use other things to protect other trees as well. Certain things may take, like watermelons for pineapples and stuff. So I have plenty of things to pay to keep them safe. 69 is the number. Okay, I'm literally 5 years old. I don't have to do that every time. But that's a decent level, right? I now have 6,000 willow longbows. I'm going to be selling 10 to the store and then hopping worlds. I'm going to do this for a little while, and if I get like severely bored, I'm just going to bulk sell, but I'm going to do this for a decent amount of time at least before I bulk sell, I think. I don't like Shopscape much, but sometimes you have to do it to maximize your GP, right? So I sold like 1,000 of them, and I'm kind of done with hopping, so I'm just going to bulk sell the rest and see how much money we get. 167,000 coins. Honestly, a decent amount of money to then spend on probably steel arrow tips, and then I can make a bunch of steel arrows with the headless arrows that I made earlier on. Yeah, these steel arrows are so much better value. On average, if I buy 100 steel arrows from the shop per hop, I'm paying about 8 to 9 GP for arrow tip. If I was to do myth and even just buy 50 myth, I'm spending on average about 18 or 19 GP, so it's over double, and it only gives 50% more XP. So still seem like they're the best value for money for me. It will also be pretty strong against hellhounds, so that's good. I hopped a bunch, spent 100k on 12,000 steel arrow tips. Pretty nice, honestly. It did work out to be in about 8.5 GP a arrow tip. One thing I am going to do when I'm making my arrows is I'm going to try and losslessly craft. What I mean by that is I'm going to be making the arrows while walking to and from Witchhaven and spinning my flags. This way I'll be able to get 43 crafting passively while getting my fletching to 80. And I think this is pretty much the pattern that I'm going to do throughout my fletching grind. I'm going to go ahead and, make a bunch of either unshrunk bows or maybe even string some longbows when I get that level with these bowstrings I'm making right now. Then once I've got a decent amount of bows, I can then sell them to the store while hopping world to try and get a bit more out of them. Then buy the arrow tips from the fletching store and just go ham on making it while making more bowstrings. This should mean I get 43 crafting by the time I'm 80 fletching as well, which is really nice. That is another chunk gold to cut a diamond. This is what I kind of like about One Chunk Man. It's like doing the efficient thing while being inefficient, because obviously the Sears Village spinning wheel is a million times better, but I'm kind of making the most of this little walk back and forth to the Witchhaven one. And I love that. It makes the game mode feel so much more special because you have to figure out cool ways of trying to solve your chunks as best as you can, right? There is a level 31 crafting, the first level of many. 64 fletching as well from making these steel arrows so far, pretty decent. I spent the rest of my GP and got 8,000 more arrow tips to then go and use. The curry tree has grown, and that is a 54 farming from the fruit tree. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about this 85 farming, 65 fletching coming in. That allows me to make a U short bow. I might actually take a little bit of a break from woodcutting and do some more ogres with a U short bow. Here it is, the log fletched into an unshrunk bow, and then it's just time to string it. Yeah, I don't think there's that much difference between a U short bow and a magic short bow on ogres specifically, because they have less defense than hellhounds, for example. The accuracy is a bit less meaningful. I still need a curved bone, so maybe we go back to ogres for a bit. Dude, this feels great. I am hitting so much more often, and yeah, this actually feels really, really good killing ogres right now, I'm not gonna lie. Yo! Okay, now that felt good. Curved bone collection log slot completed. 6,662 ogres, as you can see on the right hand side there. Lots of good loot from them, lots of good seeds, and that curved bone is mine. I went a little bit over drop rate, right? 1,600 over drop rate, but really not bad overall. Definitely will take that one. It's going to be interesting now, though. I actually kind of liked getting those seeds from ogres, and I'm going to run out of herb seeds and stuff eventually, which is even more scary about that 85 farming grind, dude. Every time I think about it, it's just looming over me. Don't worry, I'll solve it. We'll get this going. I got a palm tree seed from a bird's nest. Okay, if I can get stuff like that, then 85 farming might not be so bad. Mystery box gives me red drop table of 100 silver ore. That was unexpected. Can't do anything with it right now, but kind of cool. Got a cheeky count check on a farm run, and that is level 10 Slayer with double-digit Slayer, which is pretty cool. I sold a bunch more unstrung bows to the store, and I got another 175k to spend on arrows. Time to go through that process again. I went through every single world buying arrow tips from Hickton 100 at a time. I've got 13.5k arrow tips, and all of the worlds are now restocking. So I'm just going to, send some fletching while doing some more crafting. It's the number yet again. Okay, sorry. That was the last time, I swear. 75 woodcutting. Pretty good level there. That allows me to chop magic trees. This means that chopping this magic tree, however long it might take, it's probably going to take a while to get a log, is a chunk task done, as it is the highest tier tree that I have access to that I can chop. So getting a magic log was indeed a chunk task. Not that it really matters, because I'm going to be like 99 by the end, but yeah, my highest tier woodcutting has been done. I actually love doing forestry sometimes. The type of people that you encounter, definitely interesting to say the least.
Do you not understand XP rates?
What? Because I smoke?
Ah, never mind, I see.
I'm pretty smart actually, Dutch bag.
GL with life, bud.
You are a clever lil punk, huh?
70 fletching. It's a little bit behind woodcutting right now, but I think this level will help it catch up now, because I've been woodcutting a bit of U-logs, which obviously has given me woodcutting XP, and I haven't been able to fletch them properly until now, because now I can use those U-logs into U-longbows and string them for a decent amount of XP. Oh, one cool thing with this random event, which is very weird, with the Forester event, it will tell you to kill a pheasant with a certain amount of towels. This time it told me to kill one with 2 towels. If you kill one with any amount of towels, I can kill this one with 1 towel, pick up the pheasant meat, and he will just say, okay, go ahead. You don't actually have to kill what he says. You can kill absolutely any. Just kill the closest one near you, and you'll still get an XP lamp. Look at that. I've got 1,100 logs to cut and string. This should be a good amount of XP. That's like 160k XP or something. That's a lot. Level 72 fletching, and not only is it 72 fletching, it is 900 total on the chunk man. Honestly, that has come a long way. Pretty quickly. Episode 3 and 900 total. We're doing pretty well, boys. Taking another little break from woodcutting and fletching just to mix up the grind a little bit. We're going to do some ice giants. I need to get a black kite shield, which is my best in slot shield for a chunk task. And they can also drop a bunch of good other seeds and runes and such. So might as well get some XP on these in both range and magic, because Telegrab will give me XP with the air runes that I've got from mazes. Iron plate legs. Not a best in slot because the studded chaps are actually better defenses, but they're cool. That's some fashionscape, some splashing material as well, eventually, maybe, I don't know. Nature rune times 6. Now that's a good drop. That's a lot of XP in just nature runes as well. Nice. Black kite shield has been obtained. The new best in slot shield for the chunk man. So that is another chunk task done, so. It also looks pretty cool, honestly. I quite like it. Mithril Square Shield as well. Not quite as good as the Black Kite Shield in terms of defensive bonuses, but I think it's better if you're ranging. But because I have a range 2-hander as my best in slot, don't really care about this. With this last steady grab, that is 37 magic. So we gained 4 magic levels from just that small little grind there. So honestly, not a bad little trip. And we got the chunk task done of our best in slot shield. Might come back here in the future, but that'll do for now. I've been thinking about this farming grind, and because I need to get magic XP to 55 still, I'm going to kill some hobgoblins, get use out of my mithril scimitar. And then these should drop me a bunch of lore runes that I can get XP from with the telegrab. And then they also drop nature runes, which I can get XP from low alch and such. And body runes for curse. Maze randoms can give me a bunch of elemental runes as well to then, upkeep those things. It should be pretty nice and lucrative. And the farming XP should add up quite nicely from these bad boys. That was a pretty damn good inventory of hobgoblins. I spent probably about 2 hours there for this inventory, but really, really nice stuff. Loads of good herb seeds, including some limp seeds and, allotment seeds. 16 nature runes, 12 lore runes, 54 body runes. That all really adds up. I'm actually quite liking it. They're also way easier to kill with a mithril scimitar now. My fruit tree gave me a 56 farming, and that allows me to farm qualms. I have like 10 seeds in the bank of those, so that is awesome. One thing that I actually realized is if I want a bunch of mage XP, it might be best to kill these ice warriors, as they drop nature runes times 4 at a really, really low drop rate. There are 1 in 12 from these bad boys, and there are 1 in 64 from the hobgoblins. They do have like twice as much HP, but even then, it's still so worth doing these if I'm going for like nature runes and stuff. A mystery box is going to give me an XP lamp. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I've never had an XP lamp from a mystery box yet. No way, dude. No, there is zero chance that that just happened. I got a beaver at 1.5 million experience, man. That is crazy. Actually mental. Not only did I get heron way early, I've now got the beaver super early. And I even got a second heron pet, didn't I? So this account, in terms of pet RNG, is disgusting. I should have made it a Supreme, honestly. If I made it a Supreme, I wouldn't have had any pets though, right? That's just how RNG goes. But the only issue now is I'm just really scared for hellhounds, because what if I've used up all my RNG on these pets and I go like 100k KC for a smoldering stone? I can't speak. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. I'm so happy. This Fox event is about to give me 2 Hunter. That means every Fox event in the future is just going to be more and more overpowered, and I'm going to get quicker and quicker XP towards 17 to unlock Implins, and then that unlocks Puro Puro. The Puro Puro grind obviously is daunting to me, but I think I'm just going to send it and start lamping Hunter now. Honestly, it's kind of scary to think about the Puro Puro grind, but I think it'll be worth it. There is level 2 Hunter coming in. And yeah, let me just show you the drop table of the imps. Every time I look at the drop table of these bad boys, it just makes me feel like there's more and more reason for me to go and do Puro Puro. Like, look at the juicy loot, even from these low tier implins. Essence implins giving me all of those runes, like crazy commonly. The eclectic implin, which is what I'm going to catch the most of, giving me a bunch of good stuff, including medium clues, which then could get me an Addy Axe, which would save even more time on my 99 fletching and 99 fire making grinds. It gives me a couple more best in slots, like Blue Dragon-Eyed Chaps, Red Spiky Van Braces, to go ahead and kill the Hellhounds with more effectively. And I think the biggest thing for me is these seeds from the nature implins and even the watermelon seeds from the eclectic implins. 85 farming is so scary, man, and this is going to make my life a lot easier. Not to mention, the implins even give me a garden pie, which would allow me to boost to plant the toadstool 3 levels earlier. So I actually only have to get 82 farming if I unlock Puro Puro. Those 3 levels are so much XP because they are, like, obviously the high levels, so they're requiring a lot to get to. It's literally going to save me so much time. And that's not even mentioning the high tier imps that I'm going to be catching a decent amount of. So many things that I can alch for money. So many useful other stuff like pineapple seeds for my fruit tree patch. And a bunch of things I can bank for the future, like prayer potions. And I can even use rune arrows on the hellhounds if I don't have a smoldering stone by then. There's just so much that they provide that I think it's a no-brainer to unlock them. Even just looking at getting an Addy Axe from a medium clue, that would literally save me about 200 hours of woodcutting. And if this grind is 300 hours alone, then it really isn't going to be adding that much more time on my chunk, and it's going to save me a bunch of time with woodcutting, and then it's going to save me countless hours with farming. So, is it worth the mental strain? I'm honestly thinking it is, and we're probably going to start lamping it now. Good luck, us. Let me know what you think in the comments down below on my choice here. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, but I think it's the play, and I think it's the smart choice. Incoming, it's not a level milestone, but it is 100k arrow shafts. Oh, that's so nice. When I sell all of these new longbows, that's going to be 100k headless arrows. I came back to these cheeky ice warriors with my yew longbows. I'm alking all of the yew longbows that I have while killing them. I have 200 alks to do, and then I'm going to get a bit more alks from them. And I'm also just training up mage in general while killing them with curse, with alk, with telegrab. All of that stuff is going to be helping with magic XP. But I kind of wanted to losslessly alk my bows at least, so might as well do this and get some more alks in the process and stuff. There is 40 magic so far. Very, very nice stuff. We're getting there. Okay, I accidentally teleported to Lumbridge. I wasn't going to put it in the video and I was just going to run straight back to my chunk and ignore it. But as you can see in my chat right here, I completed a diary task for teleporting to Lumbridge. So I'm going to have to include that in the video. I did get a diary task done, but it was an accident. I misclicked the teleport when I was trying to telegrab because I unlocked more spells and it moved. So it's not great. One thing I will be doing for the future is enabling spell reordering and going ahead and hiding all of the teleports. This way, I can't accidentally click them in the future, and I'm not going to be teleported anywhere else, okay? Oh my, I feel so stupid, dude. 41 magic, and I am done with my alks, so I'm going to sell the rest of the bows to the general store. 57 farming coming in, and now it is time to sell those bows. I'm going to sell 5 yew bows at a time and hot worlds. The last lot being sold, and that is a cheeky 613k. I am rich, dude. That is crazy. I'm so happy with that. That's going to be so many headless arrows and arrow tips to use on said arrows. Let's go. 40 crafting coming in. We only need 3 more levels for diamonds now. Lovely. Another big level, 75 fletching. 5 levels to go for the magic shortbow. While doing flax, I found a friend.
Hello, brother. Nice day to pick flax.
I wonder why my friend didn't reply to me, dude. That's kind of mean. Oh, I got a maze random. I'm actually just going to complete the maze now every time. Because if I'm unlocking Puro Puro, I don't need to worry about the elemental runes from mazes. I can just solve the maze and then get cool rewards from that. One little tip while doing the maze random, by the way, to get to the middle quicker. If you click the door, there is a delay on opening it. But if you click the floor in front of the door, there is 0 delay and you can instantly open up the door every time. And it just makes it quicker to get around. I got chaos runes and 2 times a bunch of feathers. Hey, I'll take those feathers. That's headless arrows. I've never ever seen this before, man. If I literally just click this one 3 times, I then just get the full 60 hill on the sapling, and it's right next to the sapling. Literally insane. I've never ever seen this, and that is so much farming XP for me. That is awesome, dude. Level 3 hunter coming in with this fox event. Only 14 more levels for Puro Puro. One thing that I forgot, now that I'm 75 fletching, is I can actually buy 1 rune arrow tip, and if I tip that into a rune arrow, that is now my best in slot ammunition, which is a chunk task to get best in slot ammo, so there it is, we did it. 78 fletching, and alongside that, 100,000 steel arrows have been made. It is a white stack of steel arrows to use against hellhounds. That is awesome. Another maze random down for death runes, feathers, and coins. Again, not bad. Those death runes are definitely handy. That's the level. 43 crafting. So now I can cut diamonds. Chunk task has been complete. A diamond has been cut. That is the highest possible thing that I can do with my crafting. I got another beaver? I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. That's actually crazy. I've got 2 beavers at 79 woodcutting. And then there's people like Hannibal who have been in Sears on a Supreme for like 24 million experience and haven't even seen one. Yeah. Level 80 wood cutting. That is a lovely level. Another maze, another good amount of loot. Iron, arrows, coal, and mithril ore. Maybe the best loot yet, honestly. Oh, this Fox event is going to give me a hunter level, and I've been saving 2 lamps for when I got the level to get a little bit more out of those lamps because I was so close to a level. There's level 4 hunter, and I get 80 XP straight into hunter and nearly level 5 after this event, which is really nice. That's actually mental. I got 6 pineapple seeds from 1 forestry event. 6! I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, and the pineapple trees are good as well, so that's a lot of farming XP right there. Are you ready? It is time. 80 fletching! I can make magic short bows! What this whole video has been leading up to. Time to cut the magic log into a short bow and then string it. And look at that animation. The good old blue bow being pulled out. I remember doing that as a kid and flexing on those noobs, you know, that couldn't do that. 99 fletching was my first 99 back in like 2007. So nostalgic to me. And that bow is lovely. It is so sick to have that. I've been working for 2 weeks towards this goal. And it has finally happened with a steel axe nonetheless as well. Look at that. Plus 30 range up to plus 85 range. That is mental on how much of an upgrade that is. It's time to kill some hellhounds. So I just got to go ahead and pull these levers a little bit to unlock the door. Now the door is unlocked. I have marked this tile in the corner here. I'm just going to stand here as this is a nice safe spot. And I can kill hellhounds from either direction standing in this safe spot. I'm going to probably have to kill a lot of hellhounds here. I will probably break up the grind with some woodcutting and with some puro once we get the hunter level for it. I'm just going to keep lamping with events while killing hellhounds, etc. Right? So we'll get 17 eventually. And I think if I break up the grind once I hit 17 hunter, that'll be pretty beneficial. Because that will allow me to get upgrades, like the blue chaps and the spiky vams and stuff will actually add to my DPS, so probably worth getting that as soon as I hit 17 hunter. I also like breaking up my grinds, so this will help. My first hard clue of the grind, I cannot do it and it's wilderness, but that is nice to see. Hopefully we'll be able to get a solvable hard clue and get something good from it. 75 hunter XP from that dunce random, and that is 6 hunter, 11 levels to go. 80 range right there. That is a pretty satisfying level. I'm hitting quite hard now. I should be 99 by the end of this grind, so that's just the first of many levels. Oh, I can do this step, bro! Okay, so I will just start juggling this step. I need to get 6 steps doable to guarantee a hard clue. It's going to take a while to get that many, but that's an awesome step in the right direction. That's great. That was quite early, actually. We've got the end of the video summary right here. This was the previous episode, and now this is our current stats and playtime. We've gone up over 200 levels and also spent over 150 hours for everything in this video, so that is quite a lot of time. And exactly why it takes like 2 weeks an episode, right? I'm playing like 12 hours a day, so I'm trying my hardest. The major chunk tasks are on screen as well. We got 43 crafting for a diamond, we got 80 fletching for a magic short bow, and we got that curved bone now as well. We do still need to get 99 fletching, 99 fire making, 85 farming, and 55 magic though, so still a lot to do. And don't forget, that smoldering stone. That's like the biggest one, right? Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you made it this far, you're absolutely amazing, and I appreciate the support so much. This series has done way better than I ever expected, and I'm so addicted to the account, so it worked out really well because I'm having an absolute blast. Hopefully that comes through in the videos. I do want to say thank you so much for the support that you've given me over these videos, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get the sponsor of BootDev for this video, so shout out again to BootDev for sponsoring us. Again, the link is in the description. Also, huge shout out to the YouTube members, including the new ones that joined on the last episode alone, so thank you so much for that, including Mr. Let's Roll, guys, who instantly came out at the why would you buy this tier, which I didn't think anyone would ever buy, so thank you so much to you. Then we had Dark World Order and Yellow Raven joining at the God tier, and Super Cow, obviously, still at the God tier, supporting like the legend he is. We have Kevin Roussel and Miklos Aaron at the big supporter tier, thank you very much. And finally, at the normal supporter tier, we have Dave Churchill and Inflim, who have just joined us, and Mr. Mike Dalton, who's been supporting me for like 2 years. Thank you so much. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new. And until next time, See ya.